Hello, this is Jenny Spring, and I'm doing a website review for Donnah, and her website is donnahclothing.com.au. So let's have a look at her website. Now, I quite like the fact that the layout is quite simple. The colours suit the site quite nicely. There's not a lot of overactivity going on, which is good. It's quite clear when I come to the home page that this is a clothing business. There's nothing that's giving me any other reason to think that I've landed on the wrong page. So if I was just browsing the internet searching on clothing and I got to this page, this home page, I'd say, okay, well, looks like I might be something here. Now, I'm going to give Donnah two ideas of tweaks to her website. One of the ideas is that the newsletter sign up. Now, I know there's one at the top, but we're going to talk about the one at the bottom to start with. It's very hard to get people to sign up to anything these days. Getting that email sign up is hugely valuable to your business. It's valuable because 97% of the traffic that you get to your website leaves. So we need to figure out how to capture and work with and woo, like in a relationship, how to woo that part of that 97%. So some people will come and they'll just land on the wrong site and they'll have just done a wrong search and got the site. But other people will be searching for clothing and will be interested, in this case silk clothing, and will be interested, but will choose not to buy. In fact, only 3% will take activity on your site. So we need to make sure that we try to grab some of that 97%. And the best way to do it is to have a great sign-up possibility here. Now, when I see this newsletter sign up, your name and your email, it's great because it only asks for very limited information. That's really important. However, when we see subscribe, we actually don't like subscribing too much. We don't really like that word much. We don't like submit either. Those words are a little bit distasteful for us. So I recommend that you don't use those words. I see up here that you've put a Become a VIP sign up to a newsletter up here. Now that's a fantastic spot to put what we call an opt-in box. My suggestion is that, the VIP is, I think, a little bit overused these days. We don't really know what it means to be your VIP. So I would suggest that you offer some sort of an incentive in this box right here, so that people would know, you know what, I want that incentive. It doesn't have to be a discount or a coupon or anything like that. But just think about, what kind of customers do I want to come to my site? When they come to my site, what would cause them to buy something? If they don't buy anything, what would cause them to sign up on my newsletter? So from a business owner's perspective, that's the series of events that we want. We want to get the right people to our website. We want them to buy something. Or if they don't buy anything, then we want them to sign up on our newsletter. We need to offer them something pretty cool here. It doesn't have to be expensive, does not necessarily have to be a coupon, just has to be something that gives them an incentive to buy, to sign up. The second thing I'm going to just show you here is I just want to go to a product page. Now I'm going to pick on this product page right here because I want to talk to you about two things about this product page. It's a nice clear product page. I'm going to talk about where the angle of the person, the model. Now when we look down or when we look somewhere else, it distracts us. So when we see someone looking down, our eye wants to travel down here. Now that would be okay if you had a big call to action down here and you wanted people to deliberately look down to this part of the page. But unfortunately, because your call to action is not down here, you actually want people to be looking up here. It's very distracting when we see someone who is facing somewhere else. So you really want to make sure that when you're using models, that they are smiling and looking at the camera or looking at where you believe where your add to cart is going to be. Don't have them looking off into the distant. Don't have them looking outside the website. Have them looking at this spot or at the camera smiling. So that's one point about images, just a small point about images. Now I'm going to give you a third tweak. I said there was only going to be 2 tweaks, but there's going to be a third tweak. And this is that I quite like what you've done here. It's quite a simple card. I mean, it could be more complicated, but it's quite simple. But my third tweak is, what is the most important thing that you want to do when people come here? What is the number one thing that you'd like them to do on their this page? And that is to order something, right? This button here is hugely important. What is the number one thing that the person is looking for when they come on this page? Or what's their intention on this page? Their intention, after they've sought information, would be to buy. The add to cart looks pretty, but it's not effective because it's not bold. We want to make sure that our add to cart buttons, or any time we want someone to take action, needs to be nice and bold. So I would suggest you use a strong colour on the add to cart so there's no confusion about what the intention is of this page, and that is to buy that gorgeous dress. So there's 3 tweaks for you for your website. I recommend when you're doing changes to your website, you just change one thing at a time. You don't do a major overhaul. You might just want to tweak and change 1 or 2 things at a time just to see how those occur. If you want any more information, then I will be loading these and other websites that I've got given some suggestions on up on my website at www.springintosales.com.